Hi guys, we're doing a little bit of backpacking and we're going to walk up to that white pine that's, you can see the crown of it above the rest of the trees up there. And I just wanted to do a little exercise in compass navigation and show you guys sort of how it works. So I mean, right now it's easy, we can see the tree and you would imagine you could just walk directly to the tree, but the problem is once we get into the forest we won't be able to see the tree anymore. So then the challenge is, how do we figure out how to get to the tree? And the way to do that is with a compass. So hopefully you can see this. I've got a compass here, and what I'm going to do is align this red triangle here at the top, and you kind of hold it roughly at about your belly button, and move yourself so that you're facing your belly button and your eyeballs are pointing directly at the object that you want to go to. So I'm pointing directly at that tree. Okay, so once I'm pointing directly at the tree, the next thing I want to do is turn the bezel so that the red arrow of the compass lines up with the little hollow red arrow that's painted on. And what that does is it tells me that from where I'm standing, as long as I walk so that these two little arrows are lined up, we'll be able to get to where we're going. Now the challenge is, once we get into the forest, I'm not going to be able to walk in a straight line because there'll be trees and fallen logs and stumps and rocks in the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sight an object that's in line, that I can see and that I could easily walk to. So for example, there's a couple of pine trees with a deciduous tree just behind and to the right of them. I'm going to walk to that deciduous tree. And the nice thing is, it doesn't matter how I get there, because I know that deciduous tree is in line with where I'm trying to go. It doesn't matter how I get there, I'm just going to find the easiest path and the safest path for me to get to that deciduous tree. And then once I am there, I will sight back down to the compass, and who knows which way I'm facing. Maybe I'm facing a different direction. That's fine. I just rotate my body until these arrows are in line, and now I know that I'm pointing at the destination that I'm after. And then I will sight another tree a little ways up, and it might only be 50 feet or 30 feet or something. Depends how thick the forest is. And then I'll walk to it any way that is easy. And once I get to it, I'll repeat the process. I'll pull out my compass and find the direction, sight on another tree or landmark that's easily recognizable, and walk to it. And I'll just keep doing that, basically advancing forward 50 feet, 100 feet. And as long as I do that with some accuracy, I'm going to wind up right at the base of that white pine tree. So we're going to give it a go, and Maricor here will be her first time ever doing this, so she'll be in charge of the compass, and we'll see how we do. So Mary, go ahead and line things up, and when you're ready, off we go. Yep, so if things are in line, so pick you could pick the same tree I was, or pick something that works for you.
I'm going to go that first tree first. Can I just pick a random tree that I know is parallel? It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be what...
It's got to be, yeah, it doesn't have to be what I picked, but it's got to be in line with what your compass is saying.
So do I have to line this one up again? I think I know where I'm going right there.
Okay, but we're not going to walk directly to it, right? So as long as you know the position,
yeah,
we'll take some safe path, because I don't want to walk right down the middle of this beaver pond. We'll walk around the edge. But as long as you know where the end point is, we'll walk any way we can to get there.
Let's do that.
And then we'll start again.
Okay.
So we good?
Sure.
Okay, you lead the way. I just walk straight across.
So we can't just, you don't want to go straight?
I'd rather not walk across the middle. Let's go across this beaver dam, and then we'll make a right and follow the shoreline. Okay.
Put this one in my hand.
Yeah, go ahead. So we've just walked across the beaver beaver pond, to the tree here that AmeriCorps had picked out, and now she's going to get her compass out and hold it right into your belly button in the exact same way you're holding it before. Turn your body until those things line up, and if you're standing in front of a tree and you can't see what's happening, then just take a step to the side or in front of it so you can see what's happening.
Okay,
so now pick another tree.
Okay. Doesn't matter how near or far it is?
No, I mean the further away it is, as long as it's in line, it's easier. Then we just have to repeat this fewer times.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, if you can only...
pick that tree, big one, and then go from there.
Okay, so, yeah. Okay. If you've got a tree picked out, then go ahead, lead the way. And, you know, you don't have to march directly to it. You can take any route you want.
As long as I know it.
Yeah, as long as we get to that exact tree, and then we'll do this process again.
What if I forget what tree that is?
Yeah, don't forget your tree. Okay, off we go.
I'm gonna take a look at it one more time.
So we've done, I guess 3 more of these short little advances, looking at the beaver pond there. And AmeriCorps has found herself this big dead tree that's in line. Have you sighted the next one yet? Yeah. So she's looking for the next tree, and you can see it gets steep and thick, so we might only be able to advance, you know, 100 feet or something. And we'll just march up to the next point and do this again. So we'll just essentially keep doing this until we get in sight of our destination. And we'll show you what that looks like when we get there. Okay, so Mare's lined things up again. This is, I think, number 6 of these sightings and advances. And if you look ahead and look up,
is that it?
Exactly in front of us, you're perfectly in line there. That's the king tree in the distance, the big white pine. Well done.
Woohoo!
Not bad for a first try, right?
Do I need to keep going with this?
I would still, I would still keep going with it, because like we're in a bit of a clearing now. We won't be in 100 meters. So yeah, take your next bearing and let's just keep advancing until we actually get to the tree trunk.
Oh, that'll be right there.
Yeah.
Oh!
So it's not so hard, is it?
Well, I'm gonna screw up.
It's a bit fiddly, and you have to remember the tree that you're advancing to.
That's the thing.
But as long as you do that, you can stay on a pretty good course.
Well, I guess you know where we're going, so...
Well, I've been up here a few times, but I wanted you to do this on, you know, by yourself and see how you did. So you learn it. So next time you're out, you can come up here on your own if you wanted to.
No. No, I still feel not safe.
Well, yeah. We have to build some confidence, but... Okay.
We can go over this thing?
Yep. You've got 4-wheel drive with those snowshoes on. Go on up and give him a hug.
I found you!
Yeah, it's a pretty old tree.
Compared to everything around it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, just look at the diameter. Or I guess circumference is the circumference of the tree compared to all these little guys all around. So, now the compass is your friend.